Hey, this is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'm bringing you guys a first impressions of a demo out of the PlayStation Store for Dungeon Defenders. I'm actually really disappointed on this one, and the reason why I'm disappointed, it's not because I'm disappointed with the game, it's because I just don't have the time to actually sit down and buy and play this game this week because I'm too busy with these other games, which is rather unfortunate because after playing this for just a few minutes, I'm actually pretty interested in this game. It's actually, it's got some pretty interesting concepts to it. I had been looking forward to this game since I first read about it several months ago, and it's got some really cool features, and I actually really enjoy tower defense type games and RPGs, so to have like a hybrid mixture of both of these games tossed into one is pretty cool, at least in my opinion. Now, I assume that tower defense gamers out there usually play these types of games on the PC and not on the PlayStation 3, so I don't think there's a very strong demand for these types of games on the PS3, but the few that are actually in the PlayStation Store, I did do a couple reviews on them. I own a few of them, Crystal Defenders, Pixel Junk Monsters. They're both awesome tower defense games, and I also own Savage Moon, which it's alright. It's not the greatest tower defense game, but I haven't gotten around to reviewing that one yet. But this game really doesn't resemble any of those or any other tower defense game I've ever played, so there's really nothing I can really compare this to. Now, when I first started playing it, I'll have to be honest, I really didn't like the graphics on here at all. They sort of reminded me of Free Realms or World of Warcraft, and I'm certain that the graphics on this will turn away a lot of people that may not even give this game a chance once they just see the way it looks, which is rather unfortunate because the actual core mechanics of this game and the RPG and strategy elements in it, from what I can tell from looking at the options in the demo, make the game appear to be pretty deep and complex, but you'd never know it if you just cut it on and look at the cartoon graphic style they went with on here. Of course, I don't pick and choose my games based on graphics, but I think if they had went in a different direction with the graphics on this one, it would have been a pretty killer tower defense game that would have appealed to a lot more people. And I'm sure some of you guys out there are going to comment and tell me I'm crazy and there's nothing wrong with the graphics, but to re-emphasize, I didn't say the graphics look bad on here. I just personally don't like the art style with how the game looks. I don't think it really fits a tower defense game, but that's just my personal opinion on that. I do like how you have some time in between the rounds to build your towers, so it's not like just a real hectic, fast-paced, and chaotic type game. But once you actually activate the swarms of levels of enemies to come out, then it starts to get pretty crazy. But you do get kind of like a breather in between the rounds, at least in the demo. And I don't know if that changes in the game, but it's pretty cool that you get to pick your strategy and direction that you want to go in. I also really like how they did the level up system in the equipment. I don't think it was tossed in as just a gimmick. It appears as if it really has a major impact on how the game plays out. And for someone like me that enjoys planning out my attack and micromanaging my character and the gear and stuff, it really pushes the enjoyment of playing a tower defense game to the next level. Being able to set up towers on one side of the map and then run to the other and actually use your weapon to start taking down enemies does make for some pretty interesting strategies, and it certainly keeps the game a lot more fun than just a standard tower defense game. So even people that don't typically play a tower defense game might actually enjoy playing this one because you're actually able to run around and do stuff. And all the main tower defense options are in this game that should be familiar to gamers of these type games. You can build, repair, or sell your towers. You have different towers to choose from, and as a twist, there are magic elements like lightning, fire, I guess, that type of stuff that enemies are weak or strong to, as well, just to throw another curveball into the strategy element of the game. This game does have some pretty cool co-op elements to it, but unfortunately today I'm taking it easy at home and playing solo, so I'm not too sure how good or bad the co-op is on this one, but from watching a couple of videos on it, it appears as if it runs pretty smooth, and the split screen local option seems to work pretty well as well. As you can see around you, and it doesn't really hinder your vision even in like the split screen. Speaking of which, there are different levels of zoom as far as the camera goes, which is really an awesome touch to be able to play the game from different perspectives. I know I was harping on the graphics a little bit, but if I was doing a review on this game, I probably would have nothing but good things to say other than the graphics, because the game itself is solid. It's a lot of fun, and I'm just a little disappointed it came out this week instead of any other week, because I definitely would have picked it up. Anyways, this is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'll be bringing you guys more soon.